Another one from Now the End Begins, yesterday's date. Email gate really could prevent Hillary Clinton from running for president in November. What's this? Hillary Clinton's recent statement on her potential prosecution, "It's not going to happen," then refusing to address the question at all in a recent debate, led to speculation about a backroom deal with the White House to shield Hillary from prosecution as long as Mr. Obama is in the Oval Office. After mid-January, however, all bets would be off. In that case, winning the White House herself could be an urgent matter of avoiding prosecution for Mrs. Clinton. Hear her wearing her nice bright white dress, white raiment, showing as the bride of Christ, the Christian that she is. For a year now, Hillary Clinton's misuse of email during her tenure as Secretary of State has hung like a dark cloud over her presidential campaign. Emailgate isn't going away, despite the best efforts of Team Clinton to make it disappear. Instead, the scandal has gotten worse, with never-ending revelations of apparent misconduct by Hillary Clinton and her staff. At this point, Emailgate may be the only standing between Hillary and the White House this November. Specifically, the Federal Bureau of Investigation examination of Emailgate, pursuant to provisions of the Espionage Act, poses a major threat to Mrs. Clinton's presidential aspirations. However, even if the FBI recommends prosecution of her or members of her inner circle for mishandling of classified information, which is something the politically unconnected routinely do face prosecution for, it's by no means certainly that the Department of Justice will follow the FBI's lead. Hillary Clinton's email scandal. Let's take a listen here from Fox News.
In a way, reminds me of the
like we can trust
case.
them.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material.
Emails from Hillary Clinton's server contain classified information.
I am confident that I never sent nor received any information that was classified at the time it was sent and received.
Their review of just 40 of 30,000 emails found 4 of them had classified information.
Are you confident that those 4 emails were not classified at the time that you were transmitting them?
See, there's the look of a devil looking at you and lying to you. Look at her eyes there.
Sending them and receiving them?
Yes.
The messages were classified when they were sent and are classified now.
I'm certainly well aware of the classification requirements and did not send classified material.
305 documents flagged?
Right, that's pretty much what it means, Luke.
I did not receive anything that was marked as classified.
That, we are told, is not the legal standard.
I've never had a subpoena.
You did get one in March. Couldn't be more plain. The Honorable Hillary R. Clinton.
And you think the American public is that stupid?
The server will remain private.
Hillary Clinton turning her private email server over to the Justice Department.
She has insisted she was not going to turn over that private server.
The campaign continues to say that this is not a criminal investigation.
We decided to call the FBI. They said, all of our investigations are criminal.
I don't throw anything away.
Did you wipe the server?
What, like with a cloth or something?
I don't know.
Clinton has said she wiped the server clean.
You decided to wipe the whole server. You didn't
I'm not, I have no idea. I thought it would be easier to carry just one device for my work and for my personal emails.
I have an iPad, a mini iPad, an iPhone, and a BlackBerry.
What I did was legally permitted.
Clinton private email violated clear-cut State Department rules.
This is the usual partisanization, which I may have just made up a word.
It's hard to claim this is all just a partisan witch hunt when the Justice Department under a Democratic administration is looking into the whole email mess.
It's not anything that people talk to me about as I travel around the country.
It shouldn't go away on the substance, and voters do care about it.
I recently launched a Snapchat account. I love it. Those messages disappear all by themselves.
Thank you all very much.
This issue isn't going to go away.
Nobody talks to me about it other than you guys.
Tonight, my opening a little different. I want you to come along with me as I track the facts of Hillary Clinton's email scandal. And at the end, I believe that you will agree there is evidence she violated the law and that she cannot and must not become president of the United States. So Hillary decides to conduct State Department business not on a state.gov but on a personal email in service by a server in her Westchester home. The reason? Convenience. Why carry all those pesky BlackBerries? But has she been truthful? Fact. January of 2009 confirmed as Secretary of State she is responsible for making and preserving State Department records under the Federal Records Act of 1950. A few months later, the regulations are updated, requiring that if someone uses a non-agency email, they must ensure they are preserved. CFR 1236.22. Fact. 9 days after the Benghazi attack in 2012, Congress seeks all information related to that attack. But nothing is handed over by Hillary or the State Department. Fact. While the State Department is receiving thousands of FOIA requests by the courts, the press, and citizens like you, State Department lawyers swear there's nothing of Hillary's to provide and take no steps to preserve or even ask her for records. Fact. Congressman and ex-U.S. attorney subpoenas Hillary Clinton's Benghazi documents. She even denies that she was subpoenaed.
To state that you...
The lies just continue with Hillary, don't they? I mean, she lies about everything. But Justice Judge Jeanine, she has no right to say this. She has no authority, does she? I believe that Justice Judge Jeanine is blessed by God. She's really sharing the truth and exposing it.
Never received a subpoena. You did get one in March. Couldn't be more plain. The Honorable Hillary R. Clinton.
Now, Hillary denies there are any Benghazi emails in spite of photos showing her using her BlackBerry on the way to Libya. And when Hillary's friend Sidney Blumenthal is forced to comply with his subpoena, he produces several Benghazi-related emails with Hillary, putting truth to the lie that she had none. Hillary, now in panic mode. She, with her aides, go through more than 61,000 emails, deleting 31,000 she says are personal. And of the 30,000 that she hands over, she says there is no classified information in them.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material. So I'm certainly well aware of the classification requirements.
But the Inspector General says in a sampling of just 40 emails, 4 contain classified information. Her defense? They weren't marked classified. Nothing to see here, folks. Move along. The truth? They couldn't be marked classified because by not using government servers, she actually prevented the government from reviewing her emails. Had she done so, they would have seen material that was classified and she would not have been able to hit the send button. Did Hillary Clinton make a false statement when she appeared before Congress and said there was no classified information on her emails? Which her lawyer, Cheryl Mills, confirmed in a letter to a federal judge. If it's a lie, it's a violation of 18 U.S.C. 1001. And this week, it's revealed. The marking top secret in an email that included satellite locations and drones had been removed before it was sent to Hillary. More panic. The Inner Circle, Huma Abedin, lawyer Cheryl Mills, all 3 of them communicating via that private server have their emails subpoenaed. Might one of them have removed the marking top secret? And if so, why? Are they co-conspirators in this elaborate effort to prevent government records from being archived and captured? And why was Huma Abedin paid by the State Department, a Clinton-connected company, and the Clinton Foundation? Was that trio on the same server to provide plausible deniability to Hillary so she could raise hundreds of millions of dollars through her so-called not-for-profit Clinton Foundation? And if Hillary made classified information available to a person not entitled to receive it in a manner detrimental to the U.S., it is a federal Class A felony under 18 U.S.C. 798. If Hillary kept classified information at an unauthorized location, she's committed a Class A misdemeanor under 18 U.S.C. 1924, the statute, by the way, that was used to prosecute General Petraeus. Now, some argue there was no intent. If there was no intent, folks, then why did she issue a warning to all of her own State Department employees not to conduct State Department business on personal emails? And if there was no intent, why did she refuse to allow the inspector generals who had oversight over her State Department into her State Department? But I've got news for you. We don't need intent. It is a federal crime to negligently handle classified information under 18 U.S.C. 1924. And finally, Hillary, why did you wipe your server clean? Did you delay so you could get rid of evidence? If you did, it's called obstruction and tampering. And by the way, I don't know what took the FBI so long to try to get it. But Hillary, if that's...
I do, because the Obama regime is running the FBI as well. Well, this is about ended here. We got another 30 seconds. What DOJ decides to do with Emailgate is ultimately a question of politics as much as justice. Hillary Clinton's recent statement on her potential prosecution, it's not going to happen, then refusing to address the question at all in a recent debate led to speculation about a backroom deal with the White House to shield Hillary from prosecution as long as Mr. Obama is in the Oval Office. After mid-January, however, all bets would be off in that case. Winning the White House herself could be an urgent matter of avoiding prosecution for Mrs. Clinton. Theoretically dismissive, Hillary Clinton laughs off FBI investigation in her emails. Well, we've seen that before. That said, if DOJ declines to prosecute after the Bureau recommends doing so, a leak fest of a kind not seen in Washington, D.C. since Watergate should be anticipated. The FBI would be angry that its exhaustive investigation was thwarted by dirty deals between Democrats. In that case, a great deal of Clintonian dirty laundry could wind up in the hands of the press, habitual mainstream media covering for the Clintons notwithstanding, perhaps having a major impact on the presidential race this year. Neither is the FBI the only powerful federal agency that Hillary Clinton needs to worry about as she plots her path to the White House between scandals and leaks. For years, she has been on the bad side of the National Security Agency. She and Bill and her daughter, all three of them, call police and FBI pigs. America's most important intelligence agency, as revealed by just released State Department documents obtained by Judicial Watch under the Freedom of Information Act. And the sources down here from Now the End Begins. Thank you for listening. Don't be voting for the Satanist Hillary Clinton, who just lies on top of lies on top of lies on top of lies. That's all you're going to see from her. God bless you, brothers and sisters. We are going up soon. Keep the faith and the traditions and the belief in Jesus Christ as your Savior. He will protect us through all things, no matter what happens. And if we should be absent of the body, we will be present with him in the spirit.